Okay, hello everybody. Today we are going to work on the turret. It should be fairly simple. So last I checked, I do believe we got it to drive. We had the turret move left and right, but we could not get it to move up and down. So let's just confirm. Wrong button. This one. Okay, so she moves left and right. That's good to hear. Now for the up and down. We got nothing. So let's first just check if we're just running into an issue. What if the turret is just being a little bit broken? So we're just going to connect the up and down directly into the turret. We're going to see, does this solve the issue? If this solves the issue, then that means nothing's wrong with the actual motors. It is purely a coding error. So, good to know. Good to know. So we know now that uh, the barrel is able to go up and down. So, what is our next step? I believe next we gotta make sure this thing can at least reload. So, I'm gonna see here. So you should go directly into the autoloader. Where's the autoloader output? Autoloader angle. Um, this thing should be connected to WS pivot. Let's see here. This should also go here. And we're going to move video. We're just going to add a little simple screen. Or not a screen. We're just going to add that one thing. I forgot what it's called. Ah, yes. The viewing scope. We're just going to do that. Connect her up to here. Give it a little bit of electricity. And see what it sees. So now we see this. Can it move up and down? Okay, so it's moving up and down. Although, is the turret itself moving up and down? Or the barrel? The barrel is not moving for some reason. And I got the thing inverted for some reason. I need to figure out what is the reason for this. So you go to here, you go to autoloader angle, the autoloader's input, which is the current angle, is right here. So why is it bypassing? Why is it doing some weird stuff? And what are you? So your current angle, the vertical stabilizer. Let's just remove the stabilizer temporarily. It's probably causing a little bit of hassle. Unless it's the autoloader itself. I'm not too certain. So it takes the current angle. Wait, I'm gonna take you right here. There's only the current angle and the autoloader angle. Or the, yeah. I don't believe there's anything wrong with my code because it takes my code. What if what if it's just not reloading? What if that's the issue? We're gonna give junction switch. We're just gonna connect it up to this, I guess. We're gonna make sure all junction switches connected to there so that at least ammunition can go through. Let's see if this solves any issues. Is it loaded? It is not loaded. Why is it not? Why is it not firing? Let's see here. I just want to see what happens because I can't. Oh, it's not even moving. Well, that's an issue. What's the reason? Let's go see the reason. So you go all the way around here to there to here, all the way to here. That's good. Now for the junction switch. I think temporarily we're just gonna make her a straight line. We'll make it a straight line for now just so we don't face any issues. I'm not trying to deal with that just yet. If we can get the turret working in the beginning, then we can fix this whole extra ammunition depot that we not being able to have. Let's turn on the camera. Let's see what happens. Delay is still really awful. Why is it doing that? Let's grab the autoloader. I just want to see how this thing works. I don't see why we are having issues currently. There's no electricity, hold up. Let's check it out. See what happens. Why did you tell me? There needs to be an increased delay. I believe that's the issue. It just doesn't have a chance to even do anything. Why is it... Why does it take so long? Is it this? How about this? Let's say we start on and we turn off, or let's just do always. Didn't even feed. Hmm. Why? Oh, looks like someone joined our chat. The Michael army will not start. I am working on something. In the meantime, why is this being all weird? Hmm. Well, I want the autoloader. It's very important. I like my stuff automatic. Now, where am I supposed to do? Hmm. If we if we set this to constant, we're just gonna give it a constant on signal, just temporarily. You are not that famous. I'm not trying to be famous. I'm just chilling. Oh, whoops, my bad. This is bugging me. Why is it doing that? Did I break the game? What the heck? What's going on? Hold up. I may as well put this to the test. Anyways, whoops. Yay. 10-second suspension. Um, I don't feel like going on Discord. Um, why is this autoloader not working? Okay, we're just gonna do number 4 is this, and number 5 is this. Public execution is crazy. Chat, just to be clear, I don't know this guy. uh, let's see here. Uh, let's activate this. Let's do that. Oh, why is it not going in? Did I make a minor mistake that I just didn't notice? Is this seriously like the wrong end? But it doesn't look like the wrong end. I don't see any issues. Why are you not? Why are you not working? Okay, so we activate this. It's not going in. It's strange. I mean, I can manually load it, but there's something awfully wrong. I don't know why it's doing that. Oh, wait. Wait, do I still have the auto? I think what if the problem is this itself? I think that's a problem. What if it was just not aligned? How about now? No, it's not that. This is very strange. This is very strange. Um, let's see here. So my autoloader is not picking up any ammunition, and I don't know why. Let's just rebuild this. Let's just see where the root of this issue is coming from. So we have artillery. Believe it's this one. Nope. Okay, so they're aligned. What happens if I do it from here? Is it... Oh. Oh. Why are you backwards? It's... Okay. There we go. They're both the same. We do this. We connect from here. Then we add an autoloader. We're gonna do number... We're just gonna do number... Oh, wrong one. Number 5 and number 4. Just to make sure everything works. It's working. Okay. Now what happens when I implement this into the actual autoloader? What is breach connected to? Why is it connected to my light? That's unnecessary. Go to breach. And then there was another button for the autoloaders. Okay. Does it finally work? Now I think I have to go back and fix that issue I made. Why is it doing that? What if I set it to on and then off? Or whatever it was. Yeah, like that. Why is it doing that? Why is it doing that? I'm a little bit confused. So when we set it to this, we should leave it like that. We update it. We make sure there's ammunition in here. Okay, and then what we do next is we give it a try. Now it works. So we have the autoloader working. Now we have to implement it into the vertical angle so it actually moves up and down. It's pretty crucial. Wait, we can just give it a try right now. I don't know if it's if I haven't set it. Perfect. Now we have to invert this one right here so you're at the same angle. So what's your issue? So if it's going clockwise, let's make it counterclockwise. There we go. And then we're going to connect you up so that you are going to be connected to this one. Okay. Electricity, cannot forget your electricity. Let's see here. Okay. That works. That works pretty well. So, we can try out the stabilizer. We can see if it works. We can just drive on some bad terrain. Let's see. Will it work? didn't do nothing. It's always good to know that my stuff does not work. So, last I checked, I didn't disconnect the stabilizer. So what's going on? Why are you not functioning? We can save this design. We can check out our older one, because I know one of my creations had a vertical stabilizer. Um, was it you? You connected to this. Hmm, where's tilt connected to? Tilt is connected to an inverted number of over here. What if I need to invert the number? I actually think it's working a little bit. Yeah, it's working a little bit, but not as much as I wanted. We can fix that later. At least it has like a simple stabilizer just to get the job done. Now, let's work on this interior. Hmm, so how should this work? Let's grab a monitor. I think a 5 by 3. How big is a 5 by 3? Is that going to be too big? That is just right. Let's make it a little bit closer. Um, because this is the commander, I actually want him to have multiple smaller things. There needs to be his main one. We're gonna give him, oh, need 2 by 2. There needs to be these two. One of them is the commander's viewing port. Actually, we could combine them. We can make it so that um when you switch to take control of the whole vehicle, you have to press a button or something, and it will automatically just switch you to the commander's viewing, or, well, now I'm confused because he's always going to use this. He needs to see what that guy's driving. So if we do this, and then we have some smaller viewing ports over here. I'm just going to add a forward, reverse, and dial. Actually, it's going to be a compass. Just a simple old compass ball. For our gunner, oh whoops. For our gunner, he's just going to see what he needs to see, so no reason for him to have any special monitors. Um, we can hook these up. Let's give them a little bit of electricity. In the future, I might actually make all these dial nodes and stuff. They're going to be hooked up to their own custom tiny little battery from the rest, just in case this stuff runs out of battery. I don't want the main stuff going out offline. So we can hook you up. The commander sees the commander view. You see this view. The driver is going to be interesting because he needs multiple viewing ports. He's going to have to see um, probably be something like this. 1, 2, 3. The main view, and then 1, 2, 3. It's a bit close though. Let me move this whole thing back by 1. Give the driver a little breather. So now the driver himself can have access to all of his things that he needs to see. It's always nice for him to have a whole bunch of things. I might remove these bottom two just in case I don't have, I think I don't need that many. This one's going to be to the left. This one's the right. This one is going to be for, oh, we might need it. We're going to do, we're just going to place them in the middle. For the rear, we'll put it on the right side. There's only one camera. We do that. And then on the left side, we can just put a dial instead. This will be the speed. There will also be a few other dials. We need to make sure he sees everything he needs to see. So we're going to go to the side. We're going to move all of this. Seems fair enough. Get your usual dials. Actually, I might be able to just copy this. Is everything hooked up here? Basically. So let's There we go. Oh, gotta do this. Perfect. So we're just gonna copy you, move you. Do this, move these two, go back to here. We'll just paste that. There we go. Is everything hooked up though? No, it isn't. That's okay. We can manually hook up everything. For the engineer, the radio operator, whatever he's called, I don't know what he can be like if no one actually dies and he's just chilling. I don't know what his purpose would be. Hmm. I mean, he could have access to the back, but still far too complicated. Also, about the back, I do want to add the ability to inspect the insides. Just in case any leaks happen or something else, you should be able to access your interior. We're not going to make them electric. The reason is if we make it electric, then we run the risk of no electricity because you got shot or something, and then you can't, well, access your thing. What happens if I flip it upside down? Yeah, let's not do that. It's just two side panels is good. This is pretty interesting. I could make a stabilizer out of it, possibly. I don't really know what I want to do. I suppose this is good enough. Good enough for now. For the locks in question, we'll just add a little lock in here. Only the main engineer can access it. Let's do a switch. Where's the switch? Hmm. There we go. Okay. These are going to be the switches to take control of the vehicle. Let me check if that makes it, because I want to make sure that you can turn it on and off from either the commander's seat or the driver's seat, you know. Allow both of them to do the thing. Oh. Oh. Why do we have a leak? Leaks are not good. So we are leaking somewhere. But where? Could it possibly be that? Let's just add a simple solution to this. Does that solve the problem? Very strange. Okay. So now we can hook everything up to these buttons. So we're just going to set it so that when you press these buttons, the output is turn on the fuel, and actually turn on everything. So now, hopefully there's nothing connected to number 6. There isn't. Sounds like that. Oh, you know what? It's because I'm wearing those headphones. Yeah, that could be the possibility. For you, I need you to have the heli helmet, and you to have the headset. Actually, you don't need that. You can wear the headset. So when exactly does when exactly do these things supposed to turn on, the monitors? Well, they turn on. Why does it say break? Oh, they turn on whenever you turn all of these on. Let's see how everything looks. So we sit in here, turn on. That is beautiful. That is truly remarkable. Now, That's how everything looks. It's a pretty good view. I might need to move you to the right by one. Oh my goodness. The driver gets everything. See a little bit to the left, a little bit to the right. Got the main central view. Got the right view, left view. Got your reverse. That's good. Good to know. Now, what is next? I haven't found out what I should do with you. I don't know what to do with this guy. But for now, we have everything looking pretty well. Let's see here. And she fires. Okay, so now I'm going to try to formulate a little switch that basically means it will take control of the vehicle. There's going to be two settings. So we're going to do start, default stays off. We're going to do commander drive control and commander gunner control. What does this mean? It just means that when these are on, he will be the one responsible for controlling the movement of the vehicle and the turret. I think it'd be fairly simple. But the challenging part is how do I do this? So all I really have to do, let me make a new microcontroller. We're going to call it vehicle commander control module. Allows the commander to take control of the driver and um, the gunner. So first, we need a on and off switch for two things. We need the uh, commander commander gunner control, commander driver control, commander driver control. Fairly simple. And now for the outputs, or I guess the inputs, we need the numbers. So we need how many? Let me do my calculations. So we need four. So one. So this is going to be commander driver, commander driver dot ad, commander driver dot ws, commander gunner dot up down, commander gunner dot left right, we also need Commander, Gunner, Zoom, and what else? I think that's it for the commander himself. There also needs to be, no, there shouldn't be a switch for using the actual commander's site. So we're going to do this. We're going to do driver.ad driver.ws gunner.updown gunner.left-right, and finally gunner zoom. No, actually, we don't need gunner zoom because if we don't need gunner zoom, we don't need zoom for U, so that's unnecessary. Now we need the outputs. So number output AD, number output WS, number output up down, number output left right. That should be everything we need. Properties. I don't know how many I made. Oof. How many is that? Four, or a 4 by 4, 16. So there's 14. We could do a 2 by 7. I don't want to. So now for the actual code. Left, right, up, down, WS, AD. So we have driver, gunner, this, driver, left, right. I think I did a little spelling error. There we go. Now everything should be looking good. We have the left, right for this. We have the up, down. We have the CD, WS, and this. Oh, 1 second. Where was I? Anyways, finally the CDC control driver module, and here. So if I remember correctly, is it this one? No, the other one. So I need you here, and you here. Driver control module goes here. You go here. And we need multiple, actually. We need two more, just because the, what is it called? There's two variables. So it should always be when it's, we want it so that when it's not on, it will just go to the individual people. So driver AD, um, I think it's this one. Wait, so we're gonna let you go here. No, 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 no. When it is not on, it goes here. That goes there. When the driver is here, he's there. That's there. Commander is on. Gunner's off. Commander's on. Gunner's off. So this one is AD, WS, UD, or left right. There we go. Hopefully this is a functioning code. Uh, there is that. I do need to set one more thing actually. One more variable is going to be a number output, and it's going to be commander site left right. So for the commander site left right, if the commander takes control, if the commander takes control of this, we might need to do this. Yeah, right here. So when we do this, if the switch signal is on, or if it's off, we do this, and then the pass through values to pass through, it would be the commander gunner left right. Oh, so the off path. Oh, I'm actually, I'm a little bit blanking out. Should be this one. This one right here. This one right here. When the value is off, you just go to left right. When it's not off, it's going to be set to 0. I mean, constant number. Constant number. Right here. Right here. There we go. So, hopefully, this all works. We're going to save this. Oh, we may as well. We're going to give it a little design. What are we going to design this to be? Let's draw a turret. No. And then we're going to do a little thing. Uh, Up arrow. That is an awful arrow. Up and down. I think I'll get the gist of it. So we're going to call this the VCCM. VCCM. And now we can actually test it. So let's leave. Let's find the VCCM. We're going to throw this somewhere. He's a big one. So this is a little bit hard. So the driver control module, the CDC, goes with the CDC. The gunner thingy, CDC, or not a CGC, goes there. The control driver, the command driver WS, up down, AD. No, that's a driver AD. This is gunner UD. Gunner left right. Commanding gunner left right. Let's see here. Right over here. Driver WS. Left right. So those are outputs. Is there any more inputs? AD. Commanding driver. Okay. So I think all inputs are set. Now it's for the outputs. So we have the commander. This is this one exactly. We're going to put this one right here. We have left right. We're going to connect that up into left right. Then we have up down. Oh, wait a second. No, this is WS. This is AD. This is WS. So where's their inputs? What is this? No. Up down. You're going here instead. Left to right. Left to right goes here. Let's see if it works. Okay. So, what happens when we turn these off? Will it move at all? Nothing is moving. Except for my thingy. That's good to know. So the commander's thingy is moving. That is wonderful. Now, what happens when we activate gunner? Oh, that's not what I wanted. So the issue is that it does not automatically center, which is not what I want. But everything else is working relatively fine. Okay, well, what happens when we activate driving? So it's driving correctly. Okay. So now CDC, GDC. If I go to actual driver's position, let's see if the driver's position works. So it's currently not driving. Let's go back. Let's deactivate the driver's module to, oh, what is that? What, what, what is this block? Oh, 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 that makes sense. No wonder there was a gas leakage a moment ago. This isn't even connected. Whoopsies. Alright, so we're gonna activate this, and because we have to deactivate the button first, so driver loses control, or we may as well make the gunner lose control. And then, does it drive? It drives. That is perfect. He turns a little bit too good. Whoops. So now we run into the issue of you. Why are you're a velocity pivot, no wonder. So how do we fix that? How do we center this? Current rotation. I I don't know exactly how I made it last time so that it automatically centers. Um, what if we make it so that in the code we so I need to add a input current commander's site, and all that does is that when this thing does its thing, it needs to reach 0. So how do we fix that? What happens if we just what happens if we just subtract? If we just say, hey, we take you, we take you, and we take you. What happens when we do that? Is it just going to spin uncontrollably? So currently the turret does not move. And what happens if we deactivate the gunner module? So it's spinning freely. And then the moment The moment I turn it off, it just doesn't move. What happens if I invert it? What happens if you are A and you are B? Does that fix it? So this is left, right. Let's deactivate it. Now it spins uncontrollably. Wait. And then we reactivate it. And then it just stops moving. Huh. How do we fix that? What if we do addition? Hmm. But why would you do addition? I'm trying to figure this out. What if we do... We're going to do subtraction, where we're going to take the inverted. We can't take the inverted. What? Uh, so if this is 0, and this takes the current angle, that would mean if the angle is at 10 degrees, for example, it would subtract 10 degrees from 0, so it would be negative 10. So then why doesn't it do its thing and fix itself? Because right now it just freezes. I don't understand why it freezes. Hmm. This is very strange. Well, what is the current angle set to? Whoa, that might be the issue. Probably because it's not connected to anything. Let's find out what happens now. Sometimes the simplest of problems is the simplest of issues. So right now it's connected. Let's disconnect. She spins freely. And then I reactivate it. It automatically centers. Oh my god. We fixed the issue. Now, I also want it so that he can still move up and down even if the thing's not working. Hmm. I think the issue with that is that it's going to do a little bit of mishap. We can just add it into the external code. Let's check out all these logic. There's a PID controller. What is the code that I used on this thing? I forgot the name of it. So, numerical switch box. Is there a switch box here? There is. Okay. I believe it's this one. So if we did this, hooked you up, we placed you inside gunner control module. We did when it's on. When it's on, I don't want this to move. So, hold up. So the switch value should be so I'm a little bit confused. So we have off and on. This is output. Output should be here. Should be right here. So when it's on, when we activate it, we want it to just listen to the code. So it's gonna do up down. Oh, it just follows that whole routine. So the up down output. What are you connected to? You are connected to here. There we go. And then when it's off, when it is off, it's just going to connect directly to AD, or not AD, left and right. Let's see if it works. Oh wait, shouldn't it be AD, it should be up and down. Let me fix that real quickly. Okay, activate. So currently it is connected to, it's right now moving the whole system. So it should look up and down perfectly fine. Okay, now we deactivate it, and what happens? So it looks left and right perfectly fine, and it looks up and down. So now, when the commander is not taking control of it, of the actual gunner position, it can just look wherever it wants. This is perfect. And then we connect it, and then we can manually control this. That's perfect. Okay. What's next? So we can do the lights. I mean, if I move this, I don't know what I would put on this side. I would probably, what would I do? I would just do some more dials of like the speed and stuff of the vehicle. Oh, dials don't work. Um, for now it's gonna be nothing. It'll just be a placeholder. This is some empty space. I bet we can make use of it later on. Put some equipment there. For now, it can be empty. That's beautiful. Um, we can add some lights. Is there any dim lights? Just to really make the place a little bit lighter. Basic light that can be used. Let's see how bright this is. This might be a little bit too bright, but we'll find out. We'll add we'll add two over here, one over here. I'm gonna add two over here, one over here. Yeah, we're not British. We need to see a little bit. You know, I expect my people who drive my vehicles to see in the dark or know where everything is, but it's better to have a little bit of electricity flowing just in case. We're gonna set these to always on, I guess. No reason for them to stay off. We'll just make it linked to the output. Let's see how this place looks in the dark. So in the inside, let's turn off that external light. We want to be in pitch black darkness. Ooh, did not think about that. Oh, at least I have a flashlight. Get in. Oh, that's beautiful. That is an issue though. I don't like how there's a bit of light seeping through. But in the inside though, everything's fairly good. You see everything clearly. Nothing really dim. And we're gonna do lights. Lights is gonna be number 2 for the driver. And for those of you who don't know what the lights are for that are on my turret, you're gonna see why. Hello, Magnomatic. Oh, horrible gameplay. This isn't really a gameplay. This is more of just building stuff. Okay. So let me quickly grab a thermal night vision. I'm just gonna place it there. I don't like Roblox too much. Get a Roblox stream. There's nothing good to stream anyways on Roblox, in my opinion. Nothing that satisfies me. But anyways, this is the this is what the lights are for. So they're ultraviolet light, and they're meant to sort of disrupt what you can see. So if you look at this, it completely blinds you. So if you were aiming at me and you had ultraviolet light, you literally cannot see what is going on. So you're gonna have to turn off your night vision. It's a pretty cool design in my opinion. My inspiration is it's like a T16 type of game for multiplayer. I don't know what a T16 type of game. Oh wait, are you talking about those simple horror games? I don't like cheap horror games, but some people like them. You sent me a Minecraft mod. Let me check. Minecraft back rooms. That looks actually super interesting. I'm gonna check it out um later on. But that looks pretty cool. Pretty cool. Where was I? I also forgot to make this thing go up and down. So the way this is gonna work is it's gonna be two levels. You know, you press it and it either goes to. Yeah, I know what queso plays. They're not really my style. I watch them every once in a while. That reminds me, I forgot to show you guys. There's a really cool game called Vile. I think it's spelled like this. Search it up on Steam. It's a pretty good game. Also, Golden manage state of can review, remove that chat. Manage blocked words and change the live chat. You can Golden and Magnamatic, you both can be moderators if you want. You don't have to today, but you know. Anyways, I recommend searching up Vile. Go check it out. Tell me what you guys think about it. It seemed to me like a really interesting game, though. Okay. Well, I guess it is a good time to call this NZs. To my people who watched me make this as a progress report, what we essentially did is we got the turret to work, we add a little bit of the interior, we made it so that the what is it called? There's a stabilizer. You can control when the commander can control the driver's seat and the gunner seat, and you can make it so that the driver controls what he wants. So, anyways, that is it for today, everyone. I hope you all had a good day and a good stream. So thank you all. You all have a good day. Bye bye.